Minutes gone. Demons mounting another attack. Sean White, who's lined up in attack. Johnson. Not carrying, but well marked by White. The Irishman who tried so hard to lift Melbourne to victory, playing an attack in the last quarter on Sunday. He's played more of his football in defence for Melbourne, but my word, he's got some courage, and he needed all of it then in front of Gary Folds. Alan Johnson, such a welcome addition to the Melbourne lineup, and this will be a very welcome goal. He's driven it through. The Demons get their second, and the underdogs are away to a flying start, leading by 13 points, approaching the 9-minute mark.
Full marks there to White, Tim, because as I said before, from ball-ups and close scrimmages, whenever a player kicks the ball out of those packs, you'll always see, and we see there White playing in front, that the kick will inevitably flop off the boot and drop short.
And Duckworth is looking after Melbourne's most dangerous forward, the teenager, Gary Lyon. He's on half-back flank as Peter Ryan comes onto the ground. Beautiful kick by Lyon. Salmon beautifully in front. Brilliant roving by Wilson. Out comes Dean, but didn't look like that. Winton did it well. A great interception by Bailey. Bailey for an open goal is a gem. An absolute gem. And that's the play of the night up to date. And Brett Bailey, who's looked on as a blocker and a stopper, shows wonderful skills. Beautiful interception and a magnificent goal. Demons have done particularly well to date against this magnificent Essendon side. They've been a surprise packet, and Steins takes a fine mark. This is the number 2 of the Irishman, Sean White, and Steins, and a beautiful kick. What a perfect kick it was to Danny Hughes. Both of them have only played about 3 years of Australian rules football. Nice spoil. Here comes Teddy Fitz. Out to Sparks. Went too long. Another chance for Sparks. A long hand pass is absolutely brilliant. On it goes to Dean. Dean hooks it back and puts it through. And that was just keep pushing it forward. Keep pushing it forward was what they did. And eventually Warren Dean, very, very clever half forward, deceptively quick, casually hooks it through. And here it is.
Great backing up here by the Melbourne team. We see Fidge with that long hand pass, gets it across the Fidge. Ball comes out. Here's a great chance for Dean. Sparks was in there also for Melbourne. It was all numbers together there for them.
Wilson out wide to Giles. He's got a good run. Danaher tackles him. Giles to the ground. Back it comes. A left foot snap.
Bailey.
And it's through. It's Brett Bailey. He's kicked one sensational goal. And that's another one. And the stand has erupted. The Demons have taken the lead. They battered the ball up forward. Giles went to the ground. Here it comes. Giles out to Bailey.
That was great play there by Giles. He scooped it out. Bailey on the left boot. That's his second great goal for the game, and he's played a tremendous game.
Dons through Clark. There's the siren. The Demons, for the first time in 16 years, have won themselves a premiership. The ground is being invaded by supporters of the team in red and blue. They've waited a long time for this, and isn't it sweet?
Well, they richly, richly deserved it. If ever we can use that long one of the war, indeed was their finest hour, because they looked to be the inferior side all night, with so much brilliant football by Danaher and Salmon and Merritt, the big men, and yet they would not give up. And a sensational last goal, Kevin. Brett Bailey, who played so well until he was injured, was the hero. And look at the boys there. Peter Giles, who's been at the club for years, and Brett Bailey, understandably a hero. But what a win it was. Kevin Bartlett.
Yes, well, as been said, 1971, the last time Melbourne had anything to celebrate about. And I suppose, Doug, when we look at the game, they led by 10 points at quarter time, 2 points at half time, 5 points at three-quarter time and finally won the match by 4 points.
I think they lost the lead, Kev, didn't they?
They lost the lead. In that last quarter, Essendon took the lead at the 8-minute mark. They led by a point, 2 points at the 12-minute mark, and then, of course, that great goal by Bailey, which has given Melbourne the 1987 National Panasonic Night Premiership. In that last quarter, it was a magnificent last quarter. It was a magnificent game, Doug. It wasn't a night for fancy football. It was a night for kicking the ball off the ground and throwing yourself at the ball. They kept throwing the ball forward all the time, and it was a fantastic performance by Melbourne, who gutted it out all night. Full marks to Essendon also, great performance. Let's go down the ground to Peter G.
Yes, and there's Robbie Flower, incidentally, but down there to Peter G.
There's so much noise.
Amazing scenes down here with Robbie Flower showered in champagne. Rod Grinter, one of the best players for the Demons, is with us.
Yes, John
Rod,
Northey.
you must have dreamt about it, well, since you got in the grand final, and here it is.
Well, I knew we were going to win it because we had a lot of young blokes in. Everyone was desperate and really fighting hard for the ball. I knew Essendon had come in hot favourites, and they're probably thinking the same way. And we just steamrolled them, we beat them. Oh, just fantastic.
So, you think the underdog tag didn't do you any harm?
No, it probably benefited us.
All right, we'll go and celebrate. We'll try and get some of your mates. Well done, Rod.
Yes, easily. Well, Rod Grinter was one that Kevin thought was one of the best men in the ground, and that was the excited voice you just heard. But, Kev, what a sad thing that Robert Flower wasn't out there tonight.
Yes, well, 256 games, only 2 games away from Brian Dixon's club record. He's never, ever played in a finals game, and, of course, missing out tonight on this grand final. A great disappointment to Robert Flower, but it was marvellous to see him hoisted up on the shoulders of his teammates there, because they recognise the great work that he has done for the Melbourne Football Club. Let's go back to Peter G down in the centre of all the excitement.
Alan Johnson, you're a sneaky fellow. In the studio on Sunday, you never mentioned that you'd be actually playing today. Was it a case of have to with the injuries from Carrara?
No, I don't think so, Peter. I just wanted to be out here with the guys, mate. They did it well. A really good team there tonight. Right, fantastic. It's taken me 10 years to get in a grand final winning side again. It was great.
Well, a few times there, Alan Johnson, we thought you weren't going to come back on the ground, and a few others there. Was it just the thought that you had to be out here for something like this that brought you back?
Well, Brian Wilson said it at the start of each quarter. There's 2 reasons why we're out here, or 3 or 4 could be. Robbie Flower, Chris Connolly, Todd Viney, the guys are injured. Tomorrow, with a bit of luck, if Chris Connolly's awake, they can't be alongside his bed.
Join in. Well done. Thanks, Alan Johnson.
We're waiting down there for the presentation in that bevy, that crescendo of noise. Tim Lane somewhere there, so we'll cross to Tim so we can hear himself speak. I've sung that grand old flag a few times, Kev, in my time.